Hey everyone, I am back with new magic ideas. A little handheld phone, actually being held in my hand instead of the fancy tripod. It is the evening time, getting ready to celebrate my 3-day weekend over the course of New Year's. At least New Year's at the time of this recording. Who knows when it'll be when we finally get this here video out, because sometimes I don't do things in a timely manner. Anywho, New Year's is a time for party. What is a bigger party than coffee? If you've checked out my YouTube channel, you obviously know that I'm a big fan of coffee, usually wrestler collaborations and coffee, if all possible. But I found some crazy things people around the world do with coffee and eggs. Eggs, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to try out two different coffee recipes. One in the style of the Vietnamese, and one in the style of the Scandinavians. Neither of these things are popular in America. Let's find out why. Okay, we are going to start things out with the Japanese style egg coffee. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Still doing egg coffee, I think. I don't know, it's been a long New Year's. Behind me, I don't know if you can hear it or not, we have a dark roast brewing. One of the recipes primarily calls for espresso, but they can also, use whatever coffee you want. So we're using a very nice, very evil, very dark coffee from a nameless plant coffee company that doesn't seem to have a real base, if you know what I mean. They're not paying me for this video, so no names. But as I said, we're doing the Japanese one. It seems to be easier. We are going to start with an egg base, and I don't know if I can tilt this enough in here. Oh yeah, there we go. 1 egg yolk. And then we're going to do 4 tablespoons of sweetened condensed milk. This is going to be like taking me forever because never really played with sweetened condensed milk before. And it's thick with 2 C's. And 4. Loop. All right. Get as much goodness as we can off that. Now we're going to whisk until we get some, I don't know, they call it some loose peaks, so we'll see if it peaks. I don't know, so it's closer to like, I would say a meringue, but meringues are egg whites and not yolk. So we'll just kind of fast forward our way through this and see what happens. Whisk. Whisk! I don't even know if I did it right, let's be honest here. I didn't do any real research on it, but I got it. I don't know if you can tell. It's kind of foamy, but it's like dealing with whipped cream. Like whipping whipped cream by hand. It is terrible. I'm exhausted. I really need this coffee now. So, I do have my dark roast poured. I'm gonna just scoop some over and see if we can't. Oh, it goes right to the top. Oh, I can already tell you I probably didn't do this quite right. But it likes to layer, which actually is kind of common in the Vietnamese teas and whatnot, so, and to a lesser extent their coffees as well. So let's go ahead and call that good for now. Oh, but I'm making a mess already. So yeah, you can kind of see the foaming action. So we're gonna go try to enjoy this. All right, here's our test. I'm just going to throw out right now. It's probably supposed to be a lot frothier. And my assistant is coming up here because I am talking to myself in her crazy little eyes. So maybe she'll hop on my lap. Can you come up here? Can you come up here and help me drink my coffee? Okay. I don't know. It's... There we go.
Hi. Say hi. Hi, everyone. Can you see yourself? Hi. Okay, you're done. My assistant, Affogato, she's my source for all my wrestling news as well. So we're going to give this a try out. Do you want to try this? She is terrified of it. Great. Great. That's not a great sign. As I said, I think it needs to be foamier. I probably should have just went ahead and used a mixer for this, but it's not what like my original recipe called for, so I don't know. Now is not a good time to have a mustache. I think I need to mix it a bit, but it's not too bad. It's almost like having like the cold foam you get at a coffee shop, except a lot thicker because of the sweet condensed milk and the egg to it. Otherwise, though, not too bad. But, you know, I also didn't expect this one to be too terrible. It's the Scandinavian version that we're going to do next that I'm kind of afraid of. All right, we gotta tread lightly here. The wife is home, and there are two things she doesn't like in life. And that is, 1, stealing her eggs. 2, bad-mouthing the Scandinavians. And her spies are all around here. I'm looking at one now. That's right, keep walking. I'm onto you. Anywho, so, the Scandinavians aren't really known for their stellar cuisine. And that's why I'm saving this chunk of the video for last, because I'm secretly terrified of it, because it's not like, you know, we're making a Cool Whip or anything like that like we were for the Vietnamese, Japanese, Far East version of this. Like, this is like just straight up chucking eggs into my coffee. All right, what I got going on here is 4 things. Well, 3 on the stove, 1 in the fridge. In this here pot, I have about 7 cups of water that I'm working on boiling. My assistant is screaming at me because I'm talking at nothing again. Where'd you go, assistant? There she is. Now you don't care? Go eat your food, or investigate. Anyway, yes, so 7 cups of water coming to a boil. 5 tablespoons of your coffee of choice, and 1 egg, preferably on a cleaner burner. Anywho, so what I'm going to do is let that come to a boil. While that's happening, I'm going to mix the coffee grounds and eggs and dump those in there, but we'll jump to that step. Allegedly, the egg makes the coffee creamier and cuts down on the acid, and I know in some recipes they actually say you can use the shell. I'm not going to do that because I'm already kind of terrified about that. So I'm going to mix up the eggs, maybe voice over the eggs, I don't know, get drunk, play ping pong, because, you know, watched pot never boils. Whee! Water's still boiling. Done just screwing around now because I'm bored. But look at that. Ah, yeah, delicious sludge. I don't remember because drunk, but look at that boiling. I do have 1 more cup of water. It's in the fridge. They asked for cold water to be brought in there. But once this boils, we'll put the coffee mixture into there. I'm kind of worried that it might scramble the eggs, but whatever. They seem to think it's a great idea, so it's going to be a great idea.
Ah, why would you do this to me? Why would you do this? No, 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 no.
All right, we are getting a nice boil on here, so we're going to add at least the first chunk of the... Maybe we're not. Maybe I can't do this one-handed. Oh, maybe. There we go. Oh, not well, though. So we're going to stop there with it. Oh, yeah, that looks amazing.
But we're going to stop the video so I can put the rest of the coffee in here and see how it goes. Then we'll boil it for 3 minutes. Alright, we are going to let this boil for about 3 minutes, and then, well, take it off the boil, add our cold water, and work from there. Well, doesn't that look yummy? Alright, well, it's been going about 3 minutes or so, so we're going to take this off the boil. And add 1 cup of cold water. Evidently that'll supposed to drop and settle everything. Don't really see much of a difference. Still kind of looks like burnt cookies, burnt cookie soup. So we'll let that cool a bit, and then we'll strain us a cup. All right, it's time to do this. I have my medical staff on hand here. Oh, she's dead already. Oh, you just want to run away. Well, up yours, medical staff. All right. If I don't survive this, tell my wife I said hello. Oh, nope, now the medical staff is murdering me. If this camera wasn't on a tripod, I would show you the cat attacking my foot, because I dare lay hands on her and try to record it. I'm just going to stomp her pretty little skull in. Anywho. No retakes, no edits, it's fine. Here's our final product. It's not as dark as I would like, but the grounds to coffee ratio is not also to my liking according to this recipe. And for push comes to shove, we'll just blame it all on the eggs. That's what we're doing. Blaming it on the eggs. It's finally cooled down enough that I might not scald myself. There's still like a half a pot of this left because Dawn is refusing to drink it. She's making faces at me now. She's gonna throw me in the ditch if I die because she warned me. But yeah, here we go. Yep, that is just really weak coffee.
You're trying to stay quiet. You're antagonizing me.
Yep, that's the plan. Antagonizing people off camera. You let me do this. You're home this time. So, yeah, I don't know. It tastes as weak as it looks, but I don't notice any flavor difference between that and a normal coffee, so I feel like I've just wasted an egg and made like floating turd balls on the stove. Did that too. So I guess maybe improvements would be increase the ratio between the grounds and the water. Like I like a 1-to-1 ratio, like 1 tablespoon grounds to 1 cup water. This is definitely not it. It's like nearly a 50% ratio, like 5 grounds to 8 cups of water. So that, yeah, that also perked up Dawn too. So, I mean, but it really didn't affect the flavor, so that's a victory, I guess. Yeah, it just tastes like weak coffee. I don't taste scrambled eggs. Which is actually my biggest concern about this chunk of it, so I guess that was innocuous. Not as tasty as the Vietnamese style from yesterday, even though I'm pretty sure I buggered that up too, but I don't think my buggering it of it affected the flavor profile. I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know. I also didn't, just had a base recipe and didn't, watch any other videos on how to do this. So, I guess I survived. We'll find out in like 10 minutes after I turn off this here video. In the meanwhile, I'm gonna get all the stupid things out of the way, like, subscribe, make Ethan Page poses, comment, share, all that sort of good stuff. Check out the links in the comments, get in on the Patreon, which helps me make bad food decisions, or at least financially speaking, allows me to make bad food decisions. Check out.
Don't give him money.
If they give me money, I can afford to put you in a lifestyle you'd prefer.
No, you can't.
Well, maybe if you convince them to give me more money. This is why I record when you're not around.
I would require foot pics.
Fine. Here's my feet. Give me more money.
It's gone off the rails. Go in the links. Give me money. I showed you my feet. Bob's and Vagine. All that good stuff.